Hey everybody, I'm Stephen Wright, and I'm here to teach you how to have more fun in your kayak. Freestyle Fundamentals number 3, rotating my kayak on the horizontal plane or doing a flat spin. The number 1 rule of horizontal rotation is that my upper body is going to twist and lead, and then the boat's going to follow. For horizontal rotation practice, we're going to use forward sweeps and reverse sweeps. To make the boat turn, you're going to twist your body ahead of the direction you want the boat to go and look over your shoulder at your stern. Keep your eyes back there like a dog chasing its tail. For the forward sweep, first twist at the belly button, line up your shoulders with your kayak, and look in the direction you want the bow to go. Put the paddle all the way in so it touches your bow and sweep out away from your bow. This stroke should come out of the water at your knees. Your kayak is short. This does not need to be a long stroke. Take that old idea that you're going to watch your paddle blade while you do a sweep and throw it out the window. You wouldn't look at your steering wheel while you're turning your car. Instead, turn your body and keep it pointed, looking ahead of the direction you want the boat to actually turn. This way, your head and body will lead the rotation of the boat all the way around. A common mistake is to put your paddle too vertical and pull back on it, instead of pushing out from the side of the boat. People think that because the boat's spinning, they're doing a good sweep, when in reality they're just doing a forward stroke and the boat's turning because of it. Instead of reaching up in front with a vertical paddle, reach the paddle all the way to the front with a lower top hand, and then the paddle should touch the bow and sweep out and away from the direction you want the boat to rotate. Next up, the reverse sweep. Twist and look in the direction you want to go. Reach the paddle back to your stern and simply push out from your stern to your hips. Basically a forward sweep, only you're doing it from the back end of the boat to the hips instead of the front end of the boat to the hips. With the forward sweep, the reverse sweep, and all of these drills, work it on both sides, one after the other, so you can get equally comfortable turning the boat in both directions. Don't lean back to reach the paddle to the back of the boat. Instead, twist at the core and reach the paddle all the way to the stern so you can pry the paddle out and away from you to your hips. This is going to force your upper body to twist ahead and lead the turn. Next up, let's do complete flat spins by doing forward sweeps on one side, reverse sweeps on the other side. I'm going to keep twisting ahead of the direction I'm spinning and keep my eyes on my stern all the way around, just like a dog chasing its tail, doing a forward sweep and then a reverse sweep on both sides. Focus mainly on starting every sweep stroke at the end of the boat. Bow, then all the way back to the stern every time. Next up, let's lean forward and push down on the bow just a little bit while we do a reverse sweep, and then lean back just a little bit as I do a forward sweep. This small amount of vertical force is going to be the same motions we're going to use when we do flat spins on a wave. And eventually, this will also help us get a cartwheel or a blunt. So reach all the way back, lean forward, push your weight forward as you push on the paddle, reach to the front, and pull while I lean back a little bit. So right now, keep the boat mostly flat while you do this. We mostly want to be focused on twisting and looking ahead of every forward and reverse sweep while we push down on the bow and the stern just a little bit. Whether you are learning to throw the highest aerial tricks possible, do the hardest moves ever invented, invent your own next level tricks, or just learn the basics of freestyle kayaking, practicing the Freestyle Fundamentals is going to help you learn as quickly as possible. I'm Stephen Wright. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you on the river.